Welcome to Viewing and Reviewing, where I pull older movies off the shelf, watch them, and let you know if I believe they're worth your time to watch or not. I'm Bobby T, your online video store clerk, and I'll be searching through my VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray collection to find titles that I think may be interesting to review. In today's episode, I'll be reviewing 1991's The Fisher King, directed by Terry Gilliam, and starring Jeff Bridges, Robin Williams, Amanda Plummer, and Oscar winner Mercedes Ruehl. Let me read you the Criterion Blu-ray cover. A fairy tale grounded in poignant reality. The magnificent Manhattan set, The Fisher King, by Terry Gilliam, features Jeff Bridges and Robin Williams in two of their most brilliant roles. Bridges plays a former radio shock jock reconstructing his life after a scandal, and Williams is a homeless man on a quest for the Holy Grail, which he believes to be hidden somewhere in the Upper East Side. Unknowingly linked by their pasts, the two men aid each other on a fanciful journey to discovering their own humanity. This singular American odyssey features a witty script by Richard LaGravenese, evocative cinematography by Roger Pratt, and superb supporting performances by Amanda Plummer and an Oscar-winning Mercedes Ruehl, all harnessed by Gilliam into a compassionate, funny, modern-day myth. Now, I'd watched this film in the theater only a few years after I'd seen the movie Talk Radio in the theater, and shock jock radio hosts were becoming the bigger-than-life cult of personalities that people were flocking to. No more Dr. Fraser Crane niceties. It was all about yelling, screaming outrageousness, and meanness in our ears 24/7. So when Hollywood started making movies about real-life consequences based on cruel radio hosts, we ended up with movies like The Fisher King, where a disgraced shock jock comes face-to-face with someone who literally lost everything and ended up homeless and crazy due to his sins. It's sobering and heartbreaking. And Terry Gilliam's direction got it exactly right. Jeff Bridges, playing the super jerk radio host, pulls out all the stops. His character goes through some fairly substantial arcs, from the man who has it all to the man that loses it all and is saved from suicide by the least likely person possible, only to be given a second chance at life, and ultimately he must decide if what he wants and what he knows is the right thing to do aren't necessarily the same thing. He plays it straight, and Bridges shows evidence of how he became an Oscar-winning actor later in life in this film. Robin Williams is at his best in this film. He's lovable, vulnerable, and most of all, he's Looney Tunes in a Terry Gilliam film. Think Monty Python with Robin Williams as King Arthur in the Holy Grail film, and you'll see where I'm going with this. With most actors, we're left to the skill of an actor to show us how they feel at any time in a film. In The Fisher King, we have the ultra-talented Williams struggling with his inner demons about his past, but we also have the visual treasure of actually seeing what Robin is struggling with in the demonic Red Knight chasing Robin all over downtown New York. It's a visual feast and gives us a view into Robin's inner pain, and ironically, it may have been more accurate than we should expect. His portrayal was flawless. Speaking of flawless, Oscar-winning actress in a supporting role, Mercedes Ruehl. I mean, what is there to say? I mean, seriously, when she's on screen, your eyes are glued to that noisy, glittery bling machine in a short skirt. While Jeff Bridges' character is looking for redemption, Mercedes is the ultra-supportive girlfriend that puts the significant in significant other. You can see every emotion on screen as she goes toe-to-toe with two other Oscar winners and never backs down. I absolutely loved Mercedes in this career-defining role in a career-defining film. So, my overall report card of the film looks like this. Does it stand the test of time? Yes. Easy A. I was actually shocked how well this film aged. It's as timeless today as it was in 1991. Homelessness is a very real problem still. Loss of a loved one can make someone lose their mind instantly. And stories of redemption and forgiveness are always welcome in today's cynical society. Story. This is a Terry Gilliam film, which means it could range anywhere from an A to a D+, depending on your taste. But I believe this deserves the A grade for pretty much everyone. Gilliam's films usually dwell on the absurd, which makes this film, which is set pretty much in reality with the exception of Robin's delusions with the Red Knight, a glorious achievement. The four leads have well-rounded pasts that haunt them as they try to right all their wrongs. We cheer for them to find some well-deserved closure, and we're not disappointed. The cast. Let's see. This is an easy A+. We have three Oscar winners as the three big leads, plus a wonderful supporting performance by Amanda Plummer playing a neurotic, ugly duckling that blossoms into a loving, supportive woman before our eyes. Plus, throw in some unsung supporting characters that are absolutely priceless to watch. But I won't give anything away, but we get one of the most surreal, hilarious serenades in cinema history, and we have the proverbial home run cast. Cinematography. I was surprised how beautiful New York City and Central Park in particularly looked in this film. I'd give this an A also. It looked like they storyboarded this film to death, and it shows on screen. The scenes with the Red Knight in particular are positively gorgeous. On Blu-ray, this really shines. The music. It was a lot of fun. I'll give it an A-. It's not the fault of the film that several movies of this era use repetitive music tracks. Think the Super Mario Brothers and I Got the Power, but the remainder of the film was fitting and enjoyable. This is, after all, the story of a talk show radio host, not Dr. Johnny Fever of WKRP in Cincinnati. So, based on the above scores, this film is a solid A rating, although I'll have to preface that with a taste quote, since it may not be for everyone. If you adore Terry Gilliam, you'll be in heaven. If you're a fan of any of the actors, you'll love the film. If you love quirky characters looking to redeem themselves through odd, beautiful, heartfelt adventures most sane people would never consider, this is right up your alley. But if you're looking for Batman, you'll probably be disappointed. This is a film that may stick with you longer than you were expecting if you give it a chance to touch your heart. God bless Robin Williams. What a treasure. And he is missed. So, here are a few other recommendations along this same vein. Talk Radio, which is the story of a take-no-prisoners, a-hole shock jock that hates people, hates life, and hates himself. So, he takes it out on his listeners who need someone to care when he genuinely doesn't. But when you piss off enough people, eventually bad may come back to bite you. Karma can be a royal bitch. Awakenings. Yes, it's Robin. But damn, the man was an awesome actor, wasn't he? In this heartbreaking tale, the catatonic Robert De Niro is given a miracle treatment by Robin Williams that brings De Niro back to reality, only to watch him desperately try to hold on to reality as the medicine slowly wears off. And lastly, regarding Henry, with Harrison Ford playing a jerk, adulterous attorney that gets shot in the head and has to relearn all about life and the family he betrayed that he needs to recover. And maybe he'll discover they're more special to him than he realized. Well, that's it for The Fisher King. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to click the like button below. If you want to keep up to date on my future reviews, please click on the subscribe button below. If you want to purchase The Fisher King on Blu-ray, and if you love it, you'll want the Criterion version. But if you just like it, you may just want the Blu-ray. Or if you wish to purchase any of the other titles I've mentioned earlier, please follow the Amazon links below. If you have any suggestions for movies you'd like me to review, please leave a comment below. I'll see what I can do. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, be sure to help others in need because it's always the right thing to do. Have a great week.